Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for our Manchester United News Roundup show. Hope everyone is well. Just before we get stuck into the video, please like the video, comment, and hit that big red subscribe button and hit that notification bell beside if you get notified every time we make a video or go live. This video was meant to be a live stream. I promise. I'm not lying. It was meant to be a live stream, but Canva, which is what we do our edits on, decided to be a bit of a bitch. So yeah, this is why it is a pre-recorded video. I was meant to do one of these, but it was actually meant to be a shorter one and a bit more of a just quick in. So yeah, we'll hopefully get a video, a live show hopefully before the week is out, because it's a busy week here on the United Way. Big week. But look, no messing about. I hope everyone was well. Again, if I have missed any news, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. And yeah, follow our socials as well. Links in the description. All your support is much appreciated. And the people who are supporting the channel and have subscribed and following our socials, absolute legends. And if you want to be a legend, follow our socials and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Legends. So let's start off. For Richard Mano, obviously a bit of news about Karim Benzema. I thought I'd kind of, start talking about Karim Benzema because we spoke about him yesterday's show and he's kind of been going around and I want to get it out of the way. So the situation in Manchester United and Benzema is not concrete or advanced again. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Benzema leaving Saudi Arabia is very complicated, but let's see. Then this Gomer came out and said Manchester United want to sign a striker on loan this month and are exploring the market with a view to bringing someone in on a short-term deal. United have not approached Karim Benzema's representatives about a move due to his age and wages estimated at £86 million a season. Again, that's from this Gomer, so take that with. Like I said in yesterday's video, you take it with a big loads of salt or a pinch of salt. Again, I kind of did call it, didn't I? I couldn't see Manchester United bringing in Karim Benzema on loan. It just felt like it was. I just felt like it just couldn't be true. Some maybe would say it was too good to be true, but look, I personally just couldn't see the gist behind it. And again, obviously, it's his age that's kind of the turn off. But yeah, look, listen, some would say, "Oh, look, it's a shame we're not bringing in Karim Benzema." But I just kind of say, look, it is what it is. He would have scored goals, but would he have improved us? For a lot, probably. I probably just would have scored goals. Probably just would have been, give the ball to Benzema and let him put the ball in the back of net tactic. But yeah, look, listen, it is what it is, and yeah, interesting one as well. But I do want to move in, and I want to talk about Michael Olise, the Crystal Palace attacker. So Mark Ogden came out and said Manchester United's interest in Michael Olise is not universally supported within the club. Some members of the recruitment team expressed reservations following the failure of Aaron Ramsdale and Wilfried Zaha to successfully make the transition from Palace to Man United. It's going to be a big race for Olise in the summer. Man United will be in it. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Mark Ogden then came out and said Manchester United have discussed a summer move for Michael Olise, which would see Aaron Ramsdale returning to Crystal Palace as part of any deal. Again, Olise, good player for Crystal Palace, no doubt about it. Good at taking free kicks, like as we know. He scored an absolute belter against us there last season. Good player. His injury record wouldn't be, clean. It wouldn't be clean. So hopefully, if he does go to Manchester United, that's not a negative. But I feel like getting rid of Aaron Ramsdale, I don't know, man. Like, I like Ramsdale. I actually personally do like Aaron Ramsdale, and I don't know how it would. Again, it'd be nice to bring in Michael Olise, don't get me wrong. But again, would it work? Would it be, obviously Ten Hag wants him, so would it be a Ten Hag signing? Would he fit? I think he plays in the wings. What's that mention about Anthony? What more is it? I don't know. Like, if we're getting rid of Aaron Ramsdale and we're going to send them back to Crystal Palace, in a swap deal, I don't know. I don't know how it. Honestly, I'm going to sit here and say I don't think I'd be happy. I don't think I'd be happy. I disagree with me if you must, but I just don't know how I'd feel about getting rid of Wan-Bissaka. Like, I like Wan-Bissaka, very good player. Not out of this world, I wouldn't highly rate the lad, but I like him, and I think he's a good Manchester United. I think the right back position shouldn't be touched. Left back, maybe no. I mean, I'd love us to stick with Shaw, Malacia, and Alvaro Fernandez down on the right hand side. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. And listen, if you can bring in another young right back who can, be a third choice, to add a bit of depth in there in case we get injuries like we've seen this season, happy days. But yeah, look, I'd like Olise, but I kind of look at that and I think to myself, would it be? I think Liverpool are also interested in him as well. So again, you'll have an option to come to a side who will more likely be in the Champions League next season, and another team who probably won't even finish in European place. So look, it is what it is. So it will be interesting to see. But look, if Palace want Wan-Bissaka back, and that's something that is music to their ears, they might look at that and say, you know what, yeah, we'll take a bit of that. We're getting a player, probably going to get a bit of money in there as well. Yeah, we're getting rid of a good player, Michael Olise. But look, hopefully it can work out. I do hope it can work out. I'm not going to dwell on it because I'd like to talk. I do want to do a Michael Olise kind of. I want to do a few good shows, head to heads and all that good stuff. So check them out in the future. But yeah, no, look, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I don't know how I'd feel. I would like him, but I just think we're getting rid of the wrong fullback. That's all I'm going to say. But look, I may turn out to be good. Who knows? But I would like him. I think he could do a job, Manchester United. I do think he's young, quick, explosive. I do think he could do a job at Manchester United. But look, let's see what happens. This deal may or may not happen. I mean, I said the Karim Benzema deal. I can't see us bringing him in on a 6-month loan. It'd be interesting to see what happens with Olise. But it definitely will be kind of, we're going to be in the race for Olise in the summer. And Fabrizio Romano said that too. No one else. Fabrizio Romano. I mean, how more can it get? Which, yeah, I mean, again, the striker position is what Man United want to cover. Will that happen? But speaking of strikers, Anthony Martial is open to leave Manchester United if the right offer comes. He believes that something could happen in terms of important clubs wanting him. The situation remains open. This is from Fabrizio Romano. Again, I do think, Martial not leaving Manchester United in January is he just, does he not want to go because Manchester United, he gets the money, or does is it because he's getting a lot of money a week off Manchester United, or is it because he thinks that he has a future at this club? Personally, I don't think Martial has any future at this club. I think by this time next year he will not be a Manchester United player again. I'm not being bad when I say this, but happy days. I'm not being bad when I say that, but Martial coming in, yeah, he's had a few good kind of spells here and there, a few good moments, but unfortunately, he just hasn't hit the heights that we expected him to. And again, another player who spent a good bit of money on as well. That I mean, listen, we really have put the money down the drain, Yeah, but Martial over the years, just hasn't worked out, and coming to his latter years in Manchester United now, this being one of them latter years, I do feel like he'll stay here for 6 months, and yeah, look, I wouldn't be at all surprised. But look, let us know if you think, do you think Martial? I mean, look, there's still time for Martial to leave in the January transfer window, but I just can't see it. He'd be looking to leave Manchester United at the right offer comes, but Fenerbahce came in from, rejected. I think another club came in from as well. He rejected. So, I mean, look, maybe Martial is eyeing up the Saudi League. Maybe he's eyeing up a bit more money, a bit of a move. It'd be interesting to see where Anthony Martial goes in the summer as well. I think he'll be going as a free agent too. So again, we could be getting. I mean, a few players seem to be leaving us this season on a free. So look, let's see what happens. And again, like I said, it'd be interesting to see what happens with Anthony Martial. But I do think him staying pretty much just says that he wants the money. It's as simple as that. Now, let's be going to talk about Malin, the Borussia Dortmund, the winger. This is from Fabrizio Romano again. Again, most of the news I'm reading now is from Fabrizio Romano, by the way. So the Malin deal is too expensive. It's a player Manchester United appreciate and have excellent relationships with. people close to the player, but it's probably expensive. Again, I think that relationship with people close to the player is probably Jadon Sancho. I mean, not even Sabitzer. You know, he was a Dortmund player, sure. When we brought him in, Dortmund player, Bayern player. Sorry, when we brought him on that 6-month loan as well. Again, Malin. Yeah, look, again, this news show, by the way, it's not going to be sitting there talking about each player for 10, 15 minutes. We try to get out there as quick as we can. But yeah, look, I do feel like Manchester United, I wouldn't be a big fan of this. I feel like, you know, we should kind of stay out of the, you know, kind of just stay away from Dortmund. No disrespect. You know, so we brought in Sancho, hasn't worked out. Malin, you know, if he did, you know, probably wouldn't work out if he brought him in either. So yeah, look, listen, I'm on board. Again, some people may want him, but he's too expensive, like he said. But again, I feel like he may do a job, but it does bring it on to, you know, oh yeah, you know, is Olise cheaper than Malin? It seems to be. But again, how much is he worth? Who knows? But again, would you like Daniel Malin? Let us know in the comments below. Me? No, I'm sorry. I've watched him play a few times, and I mean, I feel like he's a player that's heavily overrated, in my opinion. And even people that I've talked to or watched have kind of said, yeah, I don't rate him. He's rubbish. So that's the honest. So that's you know, the most honest I can get with you about Malin. Yeah. So we're moving on and we'll talk about Raphael Varane, a player who could also leave Manchester United in the summer. Who knows? We thought he would have left in January, but he's still around, isn't he? So Fabrizio Romano has come out and said all the other Saudi clubs don't have the green light to invest big money for Raphael Varane. The last approach from Saudi Arabia for Raphael Varane was in July 2023. Again, I would not be surprised if Varane goes back to Real Madrid, goes to the Spanish league, the French league, even, or the German league. It'd be interesting to see where Varane goes. I feel like he may go to the Saudi league. You know, he'd be kind of, you know, getting to that age, you know, where, you know, he won't be getting a lot of game time. A lot of big clubs won't be interested in him as good as he is. I mean, it feels like he only signed Raphael Varane last season. Like, it feels like he's been hurt. It doesn't feel like he's been hurt long enough, but he has been here about 2 or 3 seasons or so. Yeah, we came in that summer. We thought we were going to win everything. I mean, we didn't win anything. I think Ollie got sacked in that season as well. So yeah, you know, sort of started off well and ended bad. But yeah, no, look, personally, I wouldn't be surprised if Varane leaves in the summer. But again, where will he go? I don't know. But again, he may be worth a bit too much as well. You know, teams probably looking at his wages, thinking, "I'm not paying them." I mean, I think he gets a lot. I don't know how much he gets off by heart, but I'm sure he gets a lot more than Anthony Martial, and he gets 250,000 a week, I think it is. So I think Raphael Varane gets 350,000 a week. Probably more, I don't know. But again, for me, I just feel like, you know, Raphael Varane, you know, I actually always thought he would have left us, you know, this January, because, you know, he wasn't getting a lot of game time. I felt like him and Ten Hag had a bit of a falling out. Things weren't looking Hail Mary. And yeah, he's back in the squad again. I felt like Ten Hag kind of was kind of that stage where Ten Hag kind of had to pick him, because, you know, we were kind of getting a lot of injuries in the back line. You know, Lindelof, Johnny Evans, and our only players, 2 defenders, were Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire, and the bottom had to play together. Don't get me wrong, Raphael Varane, you know, good player, but again, the only negative, again, his wages is too much, and he's injury prone. So a lot of teams, there is, you know, if you look at Raphael Varane, there is a few things to be turned off about, but there is also positives as well. You know, his experience, he's tall, he's a calm player. You know, looks like he could bring good, you know, good calm energy to the dressing room. But look, who knows? But again, we'll move on. But Raphael Varane, do you think he will stay? And if you do, why? Or do you think he will leave? And if you do, where do you think he will go? Yeah, so again, there's Obviously, Hannibal Mejbri, there is a feeling that Hannibal is 99.9% returning to Manchester United at the end of the season as well. So that's nice to see. I feel like there's a player there. And also, after conversations with Ineos, Manchester United wanted to be protected. There's a buyback clause for Hannibal, which is £32 million. Buyback clause, £15 million buy option. That's for Fabrizio Romano. And so Facundo Pellistri, Manchester United young winger. There is loads of interest in Pellistri. PSV want the player on loan, but still no agreement or advanced negotiation. This is from Fabrizio Romano. LA Galaxy also want to buy Pellistri, but Fabrizio Romano said he thinks it's unlikely that he goes to LA Galaxy. So Pellistri, PSV do want the player on loan. Again, I personally, alone, I don't know how, I feel like, if you want to keep these players and want to get them a bit more experience and a bit more know-how, I feel like you should be letting Pellistri on loan in the Premier League. Everton, Nottingham Forest. Who else is there we could throw in there? A lower side, like I wouldn't even give him to a lower side like Luton Town. That's just disrespecting the poor elf bloke, or even Burnley. There is clubs. There is a club that I wouldn't mind. Again, there's a few clubs in Premier League I think he'd do well at. But Facundo Pellistri on loan. I don't know. I feel like if Ten Hag gave him the game time, he probably deserves. I feel like Pellistri could be a good player for Manchester United. I know physically he probably wouldn't be the best, but he's a pacey player. He's small. He can cut inside. He can get in those small gaps. He can do a job. Don't get me wrong on the wings. So again, he's no Garnacho even. But I tell you, he would give her for his money, Anthony, and that's saying something. No disrespect to Anthony, although I like him. I do like him. Just don't rate him. I also don't hate him either. But no, look, listen, it'd be interesting to see what happens if Facundo Pellistri. But again, let us know in the comments, what do you think Manchester United, should do with Pellistri? Should we send him out on loan? Should we get rid of him on a permanent deal? Or should Manchester United keep him at the club for as long as possible? Let us know in the comments below. So Fabrizio Romano also come out and spoke about Marcus Rashford. Again, there you can see him doing that. I don't know why you do that, Rashford. So Fabrizio Romano said PSG were really interested in Rashford when Poch was there, as he's a really big fan of Rashford. PSG really appreciate Marcus Rashford, but it's not an internal conversation at the moment. PSG are still waiting to hear about Mbappe's future. Again, I was just quick on Marcus Rashford. Personally, I think PSG, they had their interest in. We could have got rid of Marcus Rashford to PSG, and some people looking at that now thinking, why didn't we? I personally don't know, but what I can say is the way Rashford's playing at the moment, anyone would get rid of him. But I think, again, Rashford's wages, look how much he's worth, look at his attitude, what does he add to the team, what does he bring to the dressing room? Again, negatives, positives, negative, positives. There's probably more, cons than pros here, you know what I mean? Which is not ideal for a Manchester United winger who was absolutely scoring goals left, right, and centre last season as well. But look, let's move on into a man who could probably help us, be a lot better in the transfer window and wages wise and just all over the board. The director of football is the real focus at this moment for Ineos. Dan Ashworth is who Man United want at the end of this winter window. Ineos will really try to make this happen, says Fabrizio Romano. I hope we do get Dan Ashworth. I do think he can be a good player, a good man at the club. I do think he could help us. Didn't really, obviously was at Newcastle. Didn't really, what you expected was totally different to what he got. So yeah, no, look, listen, I do really feel that Dan Ashworth could do a job. Again, I won't speak too much about Dan Ashworth because there's a lot of videos I want to do about Jean-Claude Blanc, Dave Brailsford, Jeremy Ratcliffe, Dan Ashworth, if you bring him in. I really want to get a good insight on these people, and it will be recorded and it'll be a long video too. But I want to get it done, no doubt about that. So again, Dan Ashworth to Manchester United. Will it happen? Let us know in the comments below. And why would you want to happen? Make it happen, sorry. Again, just really quick, the last few bits, just about Mathys de Ligt. Pletty Goal came out and said Erik ten Hag is very interested in signing Mathys de Ligt, whose potential move away from Brighton in the summer can't be ruled out. If Ten Hag remains Man United manager past the summer, he could become a top target. Another centre-back Manchester United are looking in is, well, I haven't quite about, and I don't think it'll happen. I think even Roudup come out themselves there not too long ago saying, you know, I don't want to leave Barcelona. But I'm just reading the news that I'm hearing and I'm seeing. So, yeah, Manchester United haven't quite about Ronald Araujo. He would cost over 80 million euros this month, and the player wants to stay in January. He remains on United's list for the summer. Again, two good centre-backs there, you know, Mathys De Ligt and Araujo. Out of the two, I wouldn't mind Araujo. I wouldn't mind Araujo over Mathys De Ligt. I do think, again, De Ligt played under Eric Ten Hag. You know, I do think, you know, they are two good players. But I would like Araujo. I wouldn't mind both. If you actually asked me, I'd say Araujo. I do think but then I just can't see us getting De Ligt or Araujo. Again, who knows? You know, depending on what, you know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the rest of his board does, it could happen. But again, who knows? Who knows what happens? But yeah, look, that has been the Manchester United News Roundup show. Hope you all enjoyed the video. You're all a bunch of legends. Please like, comment, hit the bigger subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts on the news. Again, this new show, I kind of go into depth for about 2 or 3 minutes on each and every topic. So, again, I don't want it to go too long. So, this is the longest I think we will have it. Again, it was meant to be a live stream, so I do apologise. But we'll have to have them this week, no doubt about it. We have two good shows. Well, I think, yeah, two good guests coming on the channel this week, I think. One is for definite. The other one went. But this week on the United Way is going to be crucial. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday will be vital. I mean, actually Saturday as well. We'll probably pre-record a video there as well. But again, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, hit the big red subscribe button, follow all our socials, links in the description, and also hit the notification bell. All a bunch of legends, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and speak to you all in the next one. Peace.